welcome to today's Friday workout in week 6 of our 8-week beginner program. We're going back to another full body workout with the use of dumbbells and the use of a resistance band just for one move today. We're going to be doing 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds of rest. We have 10 moves in this circuit, which we will repeat twice through. We're going to get started with the warm-up in just 10 seconds, and we're going to get started with some light jogging, nice and easy. Off we go.
I leave the TV on, I'm done with your sad eyes. I can't take another night with you on like this. So let's go, I'm sure you can take it. You've been crying over him for a lifetime. So if you don't mind, we will dance till it's way past sleep. Another cause
into a side-to-side lunge. Keep it nice and high.
I know. Boys be boys, ain't no excuse, babe. Now hey you, oh hey you, I know you can find someone better. Oh hey you, oh hey you.
Grab the knee for a knee hug.
He's a vagabond, he won't love you better. I can watch you sinking down on the bottom ship. So come
And then arms up and down for a nice big swing. Extend that shoulder girdle.
You've been crying over him for a lifetime. So if you don't mind, we will dance till it's way past sleep. Another cause that we can fly with the baseline. I know. Boys be boys, ain't no excuse, babe. Now hey you, oh hey you, I know you can
Back into a skip.
one better. Oh hey you, oh hey you.
Into a squat. Into a quad stretch, but slightly active.
Not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that
And then into some arm twists. So we're wringing out that towel.
I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry.
And then loosen up the shoulders, roll them back,
Sorry.
roll them forward. And rest. Okay, so we're going to kick it off with some cardio straight away with our lovely fast feet. So keep them nice and light on the balls of your feet. We're going to shuffle from side to side. If this is too much, so fast feet is quite a challenging move, which it can be because it's high intensity. You can do nice high steps, but keeping the same width of your legs. So mimicking the idea, but slowing it down. Off we go.
You told me more than once to show you
You can use your arms.
my brain. brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind. But I just don't know.
And rest. So grab one dumbbell. You can place it in your left or right hand. We're going to do a standing oblique crunch. We're going to place the other hand by our head. Imagine we're doing a crunch. But what we're going to do is lean down to the side, using the weight of the dumbbell to essentially pull us down. And then we resist by pulling that dumbbell back up so that we're in neutral alignment. You might feel a bit more of a side bend. Off we go. So try and stabilise as much as possible at the end.
Tonight, never to be said. Though I know I can't deny your eyes. I've got this inner battle. I don't know how to act. I ain't a person who understands the commitment of a romance, but somehow I need you close. I'll go wherever.
And rest. So grab your booty band. We're going to do a narrow squat with a back step. So a narrow squat obviously challenges stability because you are reducing your floor space essentially. So the best thing you can do if you struggle with stability is to keep it at a normal squat, and then you're just going to tap the foot back. If you can, feet nice and close together, and then we're going to step backwards. So we're in a slightly higher than normal squat position.
Reach out to me.
As much as you can, try not to twist, like over twist the body.
Somewhere else when I just want you. There was a void in my soul. Now I found my true home. But I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving.
Okay, band down, grab your dumbbells. If you've got a lighter set than what you normally would use for like a bicep curl, I'd recommend using those. We're going to be doing a front raise. So we're already resisting the force of gravity here. We're going to be raising our arms up in front of us and then bringing them down. You may even find that resistance band at this point is more beneficial. Off we go.
Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me.
Lying next to you, feeling something brand new. And I haven't seen you in years, but I know you.
Rest. So place your dumbbells carefully back down. We're coming into a curtsey lunge. So just a quick reminder with the curtsey lunge that when you are moving to the side, you're standing next to the leg you plant. You want your foot pointing forward as much as possible. You curtsey behind by crossing that foot behind you, and then you come to standing. And off we go.
This time we could be lasting.
If this feels uncomfortable, so for example if you've had a C-section, this creates quite a bit of tension at that abdominal region. So just go higher at the curtsey lunge, don't sink down so low. As you feel more confident and you start to feel more sensation in that area, so as the nerve damage prepares itself, then you can go down lower into your lunge. Okay, back to the dumbbells. We're going to pick them up for a hammer curl. So for the hammer curl, different to the bicep curl, primarily because of the way that you rotate your hands. So you want to have the head of the dumbbell facing the camera, and we're going to simply lift up one at a time for this one, isolating that bicep still, and making sure we're not moving at the elbow other than rotation. Off we go. So we don't want to see like too much shifting like I've just done there. You want to isolate and just make sure that you've almost got like a cocktail stick going through your elbow. That's only allowing rotation, not allowing forward or backward motion. Keep those shoulders depressed, so you don't want to elevate them as you're bringing the dumbbell up. Shoulder raise to Cuban rotation. For the first round, we're not going to use any dumbbells, any added resistance. You're going to see how the motion feels because we're combining a couple of moves. So raise up for the shoulder raise, but we don't elevate the shoulders as we come up. We turn the hands and the palms to face the screen, come back down and return to the start. Off we go. Challenging move with the combo, so if you feel confident you can include your weights if you want to in the second round. We're going back to those fast feet though, so give yourself 2 seconds to recover. And off we go.
Coffee cups and cigarettes laying around the room. I don't mind a little mess, just wanna stay with you. And we'll do anything that we want today. Won't be scared of falling down no more. So take me away, some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh my Indian summer, take me away.
And rest. So grab one dumbbell. We're going to be doing our standing oblique crunch on the opposing side. You want to make sure that you're keeping this plane of motion, so we're not going forwards or backwards as we're doing the crunch. We're going in a nice straight line so that when we return to standing, we're still neutral. It's really important to not put your body out of alignment for this move. Off we go.
Oh my Indian summer, we are green under the sun. We do our best to hide innocence fading away as we learn the truth. And we'll be anything that we wanna be. Gotta get what's coming anyway. So take me away, some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid.
Okay, grab that band. Doing our narrow squat to a tap back or a step back. Have to move my dumbbells, I've been really in the way. So if you feel up for the challenge, narrow your stance, make it slightly more challenging for yourself. Off we go.
We crossed the borderline into our dream. Nothing will ever be as real as this. The flames won't burn our skin. We're thick as thieves, and we know what we do. We live on like an echo. Oh, so take me away, some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh my Indian summer, take me away.
Okay, turn down into a front raise. So grab your dumbbells. If you can go slightly past the parallel position to the floor, so you can raise up even higher. But at the moment, we probably want to see if we can just reach that parallel level. Off we go.
Oh my Indian summer. despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me, shadowing me out one.
Okay, and rest. Into that curtsy lunge next. Sorry, it sounds like my voice is breaking sometimes. So remember with the curtsy lunge to sink down as far as you feel comfortable to do so. You don't have to get to the floor or anything like that. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Never get tired. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance. I get around despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment.
Okay, picking up the dumbbells. We're going to be doing our hammer curls next. So just a quick reminder, we're not starting behind. We're keeping in line with the body, raising the dumbbell up, lowering it back down, isolating that bicep and keeping that shoulder nice and depressed. Off we go.
Just wanna
if you feel ready for the challenge, for that shoulder raise to Cuban rotation. This is the last move that we do before we go onto the floor circuit. So give it your all if you've got the choice. Off we go.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright.
And join me on the floor for the floor circuit. So our first move is going to be a walkout. So in a seated position, you're going to bring your arms forward until you feel like you're losing stability. You can lift the legs up or have the feet planted and then return them back. This is the idea of progressing. Eventually we'll add a push up at the end. Also gets you in the idea of like a mountain climber position. Off we go.
Sip me up like lemonade, we both know it's bittersweet. This sorrowness will bite your tongue, no one is forever young. No.
And rest. So we're going to come into a side plank, 35 seconds on one side, second round 35 seconds on the other. We're going to still stagger it, but if you feel up to the challenge, so we're going to be like this to start off with. If you feel like you can, extend that lower leg, but have it slightly off the ground. And off we go.
But when we're floating up like helium,
obviously do that. Okay, lower, we're going to come onto our backs. Last move on the floor before repeating that circuit is a bicycle crunch. So adding another move to our ab repertoire. So we're going to lift one leg and bring that arm to the opposing knee. So slightly modified. Try and make sure that lower back is pressed in at all times. Off we go.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna.
As you feel more confident, you can keep your head elevated off the ground.
Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension. Move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true.
Add more of a twist when you feel that you can. Okay, and coming back up into those walkouts again. My hair's probably a mess right now. So with the walkout, remember we're trying to reach out as far as we can, challenging our balance. So, poor posture. So the further you can get out, the more difficult it is, but obviously the stronger you'll get from it. Off we go.
We can have no regret.
So remember, if you were doing the challenge, you want to try and do it on the other side because you want to treat the unilateral moves as equals. So if you did it with an elevated foot, do try it for this side as well. And off we go.
I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end for the thrill of it.
Contract that core, similar to what we were doing in the walkouts. You want to make sure that your core is activated at all times. Okay, lowering down. Last move, doing that bicycle crunch. Just as a key point, so you can start by having the head on the floor and you may not reach the knee to the elbow, but as you lift the head up, engage that core and bring that elbow to that knee, you'll feel the extra added challenge, and off we go. But whatever you're doing, it's amazing, and you are doing more than anything. You're doing the best you can do, so just keep going. We're doing brilliant for week 6 of this 8-week beginner program.
Linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on trying till it bends, still it feels.
And rest. Arms over the head. Push that lower back into the floor. Bring the shoulders down to your sides.
It is hard that I know, but I'm scared of.
Push them down to the floor.
Please just comfort me, you know so well. This is tough, but I know
Rotate them down.
this work. I'm in love and it feels so great.
Back up.
Hurts. Tell me, boy, could you ever feel this?
Down.
I love you, it's true.
In for a pretzel stretch on figure 4.
Never, ever, ever, ever think that I will let you in this time. Know that I will use.
Lower down. Switch over. behind, open up the chest.
Look me in the eye, see our hearts collide. This can only happen once in a lifetime. Look me
Come over,
see our souls collide.
and repeat.
Only happen once in a lifetime. Thought I never, ever, ever
90-90 stretch.
think that I've let you in this time.
Lean back.
Know that overuse these wings to fly.
Other side.
Hurt no more. This feeling is so good, I know. Think that I've let you in this time. But
And butterfly stretch.
this work, I'm in love and it feels so great that it hurts. Tell me, boy, could you ever feel the same? I love you, it's true, I could say it again. Though I never
Bring one leg out, reach the toe.
ever think that I've let you in this time.
Bring it in, other side.
To fly. I know that I ain't hurt no more. This feeling
So a huge thank you. We have got 2 weeks left on this 8-week beginner program. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you do give it the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please make sure that if there are any comments or questions you have about the workouts that we're doing, we get some lovely feedback from people. So a huge thank you to everyone who is making comments on the workouts that we are doing. I'm making sure that I'm getting back to you as quickly as I can. With 2 children, it often can take a few hours, but I do try to get back to you as soon as possible. So a huge thank you to those of you that do that. We will be doing more dumbbell-based workouts next week with another cardio HIIT session. Enjoy your weekend, and it's bye for now.